This is Feasting on Waves. Hoist the colors! In our van and head to town in the expert hands of our local guide, Maynard, who describes himself as 110% Kiddishan, which is the word that folks from St. Kitts use when they refer to themselves. Now, Basse-Terre, unlike so many other Caribbean port towns, feels real, mostly because there aren't many pasty-faced American tourists wandering around taking pictures. Oh, wait a second. We're the pasty-faced American tourists, aren't we? Perched just over Basse-Terre's town square is Ballyhoo, which is West Indies for fast-moving schooner. In this case, it also means a traditional breakfast of salt fish. Luckily, Chef Paulette Nichols doesn't mind visitors in her kitchen.
The pepper,
about half a teaspoon of each?
Yeah. And I'm gonna put my thyme in.
Now the thyme goes last.
Mm-hmm. So by the time it's done, you have all this nice flavor.
You've already boiled a little bit?
Yeah, this has been soaked and boiled already. Because you know you're cooking saltfish, you put it out whether the night before to soak,
right,
or early in the day, and you cook it, and then you pick it, clean it up.
So to soak it, you just stick this whole thing in cold water?
Yeah, and to get it done hurriedly, you throw some sugar in it.
Thanks, ladies.
Okay, guys.
Sorry to invade your kitchen.
Bye.
The bountiful buffet of island edibles serves sub-seconds when Feasting on Waves continues. On our way out of town, we pass Basse-Terre's port and spot an open market. Mike and I take a stroll and are quickly overcome by edibles alien to the average American cook. Especially confounding are the provisions. That's a West Indian term that refers to any starchy root, tuber, or fruit that is meant to be boiled and served as a traditional side dish. Although provisions like breadfruits and plantains are easy to spot, terrestrial oddities like dashin, a starchy cousin of taro, edos, which are nuttier and tastier than potatoes, kush, a large yam-like device, and Christophine, the squash of 1,000 names, are a little harder to pick out. Not wanting to look stupid right out of the gate, I go with plain old carrots. After all, their vision-boosting vitamins will aid our risky night crossings to come. Can't go anywhere on St. Kitts without hearing the rustle of sugarcane, and yet there is no harvest. I understand that if anybody on this island is an expert on this grass, it's you to this island, right?
No, it was brought here in the 1640s. That's over 375 years ago.
By the British?
By the British, yes.
Okay, so they wanted to grow sugar here?
You know, people still go for the brown sugar.
Right.
That's the sugar of preference.
In rum?
Yes, and produce rum.
Spirits?
That's correct.
You guys have a distillery here on the island.
That's right.
All this sugar talk was making us hungry, so Mr. Kelly showed me how a real Kiddishan eats cane.
Lots of folks do
Just as a snack or as dessert?
This is a snack.
We have the mango tree. Apparently this is a famous landmark, this tree. Nothing really special about it. The fruit isn't even ready to harvest, but underneath it there is something special. The restaurant everybody calls the Mango Tree, which is run by Miss Debbie, who apparently cooks at home, brings everything under the tree, and sells a working man lunch on weekdays. And I'm hoping that this is where we're going to find, I don't know, there's a flavor that I think I'm missing that I want to make sure I get before I leave St. Kitts. Something, I don't know, I'll know it when I find it. I can smell this, though, so I've got high hopes. Past the airport, up Main Road, is a lunch spot called the Mango Tree, named after the large shady device that it sits under. Miss Debbie runs the place and does all the cooking.
Best lunch on the island.
Now, is that true, Miss Debbie? Is it the best lunch on the island?
Of course it is.
Come on.
Come all over.
I mean, but I will say yes.
You would say yes?
Yes.
Good. I like a woman who's
I would
confident.
like to have some chicken.
Now, the Mango Tree is a Lolo, which some say stands for locally owned and operated. Thousands of such roadside eateries consisting of little more than an easy-up, a folding table, a few chafing dishes, and a cooler feed the Caribbean on a daily basis. The food is good and hearty and unencumbered by details like health inspectors or business licenses. It looks like she's going to run out before I get up there.
You look so?
I'm a little worried about that. She could run out of... Is that kind of dumpling thing right there? I don't know what that is, but I got to have some of that. So
That's green banana.
it's green banana, but that doesn't look like a banana to me. Does that look like a banana?
Well, you don't peel and cook, so you're out of banana shape now.
Am I next? I want 2 plates, and I want everything.
I want some of everything. I want conch, I want mutton, I want chicken, I want one of those big banana balls. I want rice and green, I want some everything on those 2 plates. Are you married?
Yes.
Is your husband kind of round? Yeah, he's round? I can see why. Because he eats this every day, I bet. Does he like your cooking, your husband?
Yes.
You know, like vanilla essence, mixed essence. People put it in cake.
Like extract?
Yes.
So it's lemon extract?
No, it's lemon juice, freshly squeezed, sugar,
and
extract.
Of what?
What did I make essence from? Help me!
Intrigued by Miss Debbie's luscious lemonade, we invade the local megamart in search of the mysterious essence. Now, if you were in Essence, where would you hide? Probably with the extracts, right?
As always, the thing that we want to shoot is in the most hard to get at place. So let's see. We've got our mixed essence. We've got our almond essence. What's the difference between essence and extract? Now, this is the local stuff that they make here, and then there are other varieties. And they have it next to the extract, so it's not exactly the same as an extract. Urgh. Thanks for helping, fellas. Let's go.
Since beverages are the hot topic of the afternoon, Maynard brings up bush tea, a hot infusion brewed up from a wide range of forageable plants. Say, for instance, lemongrass. All right, we'll put this in the back of the van.
You can already smell the...
Oh, yeah, it's pungent.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost lime lemon. Yeah, definitely citrus. All right, so we got part of our bush tea.
Sour sop, no sour sop.
That's one between there.
Yeah, I see one.
Do you see one?
Yeah.
We're right up in there?
Yeah.
They're the fruit. I bet we could reach these right here.
If you want to put a baby to sleep,
Yeah?
you just get one of the young leaf, put it in some water, and take the fingerprint.
And they'll go to sleep for how long?
a couple of hours.
Couple hours.
So you can do anything you want.
You can do anything you want for a couple hours. This may be the most valuable tip anyone has ever gotten on Food Network. We finally know how to make babies go off to sleepy land. You just need to find some sour sop. All right, what do you think? Light or dark on the sour sop? We got the young leaves, we got the older ones.
Throw in a bit of a mix. You can throw in 1 young leaf to 2 dark leaves.
Odd number.
Yeah, odd number. Always an odd number. I don't know why. It's just been passed down from generation to generation.
You were taught to make your bush tea with odd numbers.
Odd number leaves.
All right, there are 3. We're not going to cut those either, right?
No.
Those are going to stay like that.
No, you don't need the whole stalk, so you just need a leaf.
Okay, so we just like up this part?
Right, just break off that part.
Is that enough?
No, you need a bit more.
Okay.
You're going to need quite a bit more volume-wise.
And try and get that done.
It's gonna be a big swell, but we can get there. That's on the French side, though, eh?
Yes.
That's on the French side.
Here.
That's on the French side.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Well, here I'm throwing out stuff because we thought we were going to be in Statia tomorrow,
I'm
right?
totally in, yes.
So if we're not, we go to St. Bart's. We could go to St. Bart's, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He lives there, and he does
understand.
that. Speak that thing again.
I understand.
C'est comment qu'il parle français la même?
Beautiful beaches, topless women running around. Perfect.
You're like the governor, practically.
No, mayor.
Even better, because the mayor's got the inside with the cops.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Marion and I were talking about cheeseburgers for Brad, and we're saying that what would be really nice right now, about an inch thick, combination of chuck and round. So is the legend true? The legend about this place, is it true?
Yes.
So Jimmy Buffett came here in 1970-something.
I think it was it could have been 78 or 79 after he did the Volcano album.
And he had
the cheeseburger in paradise here at...
Eddie was cooking cheeseburgers right here, which is Marius' son, one of his sons.
What made the hamburgers so good?
No one else had hamburgers in the whole Caribbean.
So the thing is that it's a French island with hamburgers on it.
Exactly. And no one ever got that anywhere.
No. Arteries? It's a perfectly good hamburger, there's no question.
Luckily, the bar at Les Select offers up a libation that is very St. Bart's indeed.
So, Michel, I want to turn these guys on to a tea punch. Well, I want a tea punch, you. Deux. You want one?
Sure he does.
3.
Trois.
4. 4 of them. So it's dark rum.
Dark rum.
Cane syrup.
Cane syrup.
Lime juice.
Lime juice.
And Michel, you put an ice cube in each? Yeah, man. And an ice cube?
One ice cube.
Yeah, you got
Put a blaireau.
You got one in your
What's a blaireau? What's blaireau mean?
A blaireau is actually a badger. But that's what they call tourists in Creole.
I'm not a tourist, I'm a traveler.
That's what they call us travelers.
All right.
But they sip them, don't shoot them.
Yes, we'll sip.
Yeah, sip these, huh?
Even Americans pick up something like this, we naturally shoot them.
Yeah. There's not a shooter. Cheers, Brad. Welcome ashore.
Hey, don't go spilling.
What do you think?
The cane syrup is really nice. It's very nice. I can see why you don't drink many.
Yeah, don't drink them too fast. Yeah.
Don't have any.
Tea punch. There's nothing tea about it.
Yeah, it's Creole for petit.
Petit, oh, a little.
Yeah.
All right, tea punch, a little punch.
Yeah.
Tea punch.
Speaking Creole already.
You're the president of your home?
Yeah.
Tell me how you work that out.
Oh, it's difficult, but
Are you married?
Yeah. Yeah.
Having stocked up on enough rum to power a spring break cruise, Randy turns us further inland toward what he claims is the best food on the island. The Wishing Well turns out to be a temple of Creole cuisine, where Chef Rolande is the high priestess. After a few minutes of sweet talk, Rolande agrees to whip up one of her local specialties. So some garlic and tomatoes go into a large pot, along with a mysterious spice blend that I still can't figure out. After stirring that around with some herbs for a while, she heads out to her lobster tank, full, of course, of local spiny lobsters, no claws.
Medallion?
Ça, c'est fricassé.
Fricassé, for
Oui.
the fricassé. I want to know if she stays true to what her mother taught her, or if she experiments.
Tu fais la même cuisine de
Que ma maman.
ton mère? Ah ouais?
Ouais, la cuisine d'avant.
Ah ouais?
Voilà.
That's why the restaurant's known as like old-time food, how it used to be, like Mama's cooking.
She's a witch. Go ahead, dig in. Don't wait on me.
Oh, okay.
Is it, you like?
Yes, ma'am, I like very much.
This is a fricassé.
Ask her if she'd like to compete on Iron Chef
Hey,
America.
si vous voulez de faire la compétition de cuisine, t'es sioniste avec lui?
No?
Our appetite sated with Creole crustacean, we haul our bottled booty back to the boats and pull anchor.
Blew all night, rained like heck, and so we're really trying to think about what it is we're going to be able to get away with. We really do want to head over to Saint Martin today, but there's this whole issue of the bridge.
Yeah, I need to find out. Can you get hold of Michael or the bridge attendant today? Do you by any chance have their number? Because I need to find out if they're going to open the bridge.
I've got certain ingredients that I really want to learn more about, things like mountain chicken. That's a big frog, by the way. All these kinds of spices, and I've got a list of dishes that I'm really interested in finding on the islands, including stuff like kalaloo, which is a stew, salmamungi, medigi, bami, and you know these things that I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find them in the parts of the islands we're in. But this is kind of a new approach for me. I've never. Usually we just wander, but there were so many foods in this area that are kind of new to me that I wanted to keep a list and kind of check things off as I find them.
The wind is down and the bridge comes up.
So apparently St. Bart's was Randy's island, and St. Martin is Brad's island. So we're gonna go where the sailors go.
I figure we always know the food will be good and cheap, and there's gonna be beer. That's for sure. After maneuvering through the maze of docks, we tie up, we clean up, and we hit the asphalt in search of sustenance.
Smakelijk eten.
Smakelijk eten?
Eten.
Eten. Smakelijk eten.
Yeah.
That's
Bon
Dutch.
appetit, that's Dutch. And bon appetit
Smakelijk
is French.
Yes, that one I've heard before. Bon appetit. And thus begins our first real home-cooked meal. Colombier, guava berry. That's that village that's up in the hills, right?
It's a unique berry that's not grown too many places in the Caribbean.
Well, why would somebody make rum out of it?
It can ferment itself.
If you take one berry from the tree and eat it, not really eat because I have a seed, but bite it. Oh, you're going to feel within 5 minutes. It's pretty strong.
That smells kind of strong.
It is strong.
So, how do we serve this so we don't get the berries?
Here's the guava berry lady.
Here's the guava berry lady.
I just know it's good.
Okay, that looks like syrup.
Even you can eat it after, so it's okay if you get some.
He didn't want the guava berry.
No, you have to sip it.
It's a sipping
I'm
drink.
sipping it. Where I come from, that's a sip. So why is it from Colombine so much
You
better?
know why? Because Colombia is like a little rainforest.
So I should eat one of these.
Yes. Only one?
Oh, I got two. Anchoring in White Bay, I can see why this is the laid-back party destination of the BVIs. There's nothing here but beach shacks, white sand, and blenders. Our first, and as it turns out, only stop of the afternoon is the perfectly ramshackled One Love, which turns out to be the find of the journey.
Our local stuff is like what we have here.
Yeah, I love what is she doing with it today? What are you doing with conch today? How long?
I know.
About 20 minutes.
What kind of liquid?
Just regular water and garlic.
Do you serve it just like that, or just get some else?
Actually, I will stew them with some lime and butter sauce, and then I'll serve it. You want one?
Yeah, I'm hungry. Unlike so many other cooks in the Caribbean, Cecilia means butter, not margarine, and a lot of it, with lemon and, of course, aromatics. Now, I want to ask you, you consider yourself a traditional Caribbean cook?
Caribbean cook, yes, I do.
You learned from your mom?
From my mom and my grandma.
And your grandma?
Yeah.
I can smell that conch. It smells great.
Did you taste it?
I haven't, can I?
Yeah.
And the first thing going down on the plate is that conch. We just had plenty of time to get soft. Your soup is amazing. So is your conch. You're both very,
You know,
very
I was
good
gonna make this soup like before, just to, because I wasn't gonna be in this whole thing. But I wanted to make this soup just to have you taste it, and then just to get your word on it.
Your grandmother's soup is awesome. It's awesome.
See, my mother was an English woman and my father was a Frenchman. I was born off of the coast of Good Hope, out from Brazil, when a Chinaman adopted me and took me off into Russia. When I was 6 years old, I was waiting on my brother. He was in Alaska. It's a long story. I say, this is what I was taught in school. We thank thee for the world so sweet. We thank thee for the food we eat. We thank thee for the birds that sing. We thank you, God, for everything.
And finally, I get to dig into this soup. And I'll be honest with you, it's, I don't know, one of the top 5 things I've ever put into my mouth. It's that good. But you know, what really makes the meal are these people. It's the family, it's the friends, it's the camaraderie there at a table by the sea. And somehow, I know as I watch Seti drink his history out of a cup that my particular journey